Abraham Lincoln is once quoted as having said, "If I had 8 hours to cut down a tree, I would spend the first 6 sharpening the axe." My name is Angie Obwaka, and today I'd like to challenge us as we look into the new year, as we consider the days that are ahead of us in 2024, to sharpen our axes. This is a quote that is known differently. Some people say 8 hours, some people say 6 hours. Some people even say, if I had an hour to cut down a tree, I'd spend the first 30 or 45 sharpening the axe. As we start the new year, it's very, very easy, very, very tempting to jump into doing things. I sign up for the gym in the first week. The next week, I am waking up at 5 a.m. to do morning runs. I am doing all the fasting. And yes, we should plug into fasting and prayer and developing all these disciplines, or starting on all these disciplines that maybe we knew that we should have been doing, that we didn't quite get right last year, but now we want to do everything at the same time. And this quote reminds us that it is not necessarily the doing or the action in terms of cutting the tree, not literally speaking, obviously, but it's more the preparation, the thinking through, the planning, how we're going to do it so that it is sustainable. One of my favorite verses is in Psalm 90, verse 12. And the psalmist writes, "Help us to number our days right, so that we can apply our hearts to wisdom." And another version says, "Teach me the brevity of life, that I may apply my heart to wisdom." And my encouragement to us today is, even as we start the new year, let us not be so quick to jump into a new relationship, to jump into a new activity, to jump into a new task or a new discipline per se. Let us take the time needed with God, take the time needed with the one who knows the days ahead, who has been this way before. God is already in March, in April, in October. He's in our birthdays. He's in the ups and in the downs of 2024. And He alone knows what we need to be able to thrive when we get there. And so my encouragement to you as we start this year, take some time and spend time with God. It might look like you're not moving as fast as people as the year is starting, but let me tell you, the secret of going far is to go in deep first with the Lord. So whether it is in spending a bit of extra time in prayer, whether it is in starting the fasting discipline, it might not be that you're fasting a dry fast for 40 days. That's not advisable. But it could be, spending a few extra hours with the Lord, taking some time of retreat over the weekend, giving up something that you are comfortable with or comfortable doing for you to be able to hear God's heart, to hear God's mind about what you should apply yourself to. Imagine what a waste it would be for you to decide that, I am going to go and lose all the weight that I have, and then maybe in April you have to take on an acting role, for example, and you need to have those extra kilos for you to be able to portray something. Of course, that's a very frivolous type of example if that's not your field, but the same often happens in real life. We do what we think is best, we do what experience tells us, we do what everybody else is doing, but our race is unique, your race is unique, my race is unique. And the only one who can give us the secret and the strategy to do it well and to be able to do it for the long haul is God. So take some time to sharpen your axe. Sharpen your axe in the place of prayer, in the place of hearing God, in the place of waiting upon Him, for Him to instruct you in the way that you should go. The Bible says, "Entrust your ways to the Lord, and He will direct your steps." Not just in a day's prayer or in the morning, I'm just going on and I'm just like, "Okay, Lord, direct my steps." But taking deliberate time to sharpen your axe in the place of prayer and in private communion with God, so that you can go the distance for 2024. God bless you as you go out and sharpen your axe. See you in the next video.